I said, what's that? He said, one, you need to work very hard because people don't work hard enough. And two, you have to have observation. Be observant. If you can combine these two things together, you can contribute. So I combined the two together under his mentorship, and I ended up restructuring a lot. And honestly, I did not dream. I did not dream. Because when I used to dream, a lot of it would not come true. So I thought that let's just do this. And then as time went by, I was in this mode of taking. In this whole process, I was in this mode of taking. And I also had a lot of resentment. And one day I was teaching at the National Institute of Public Administration, and Jan Sikandar Shami says that, Haider, why don't you also talk about Akhuwat? And I say, I've never heard about it, sir. Never heard about it. So he says, okay, next time when you come, please talk about it. And like all of the great scholars over here, you know that developing a case study is not something simple. So I went along and never prepared. And unfortunately, I again get the same advice. And then for the third time I get the same advice. And I'm not dreaming. I had no dreams. And then, when I'm given the advice for the third time, I just pray that God, I don't want to be embarrassed for the fourth time. I don't want to be embarrassed for the fourth. And I meet this gentleman called Dr. Amjad Sahib in someone's office. And I say, oh, I was trying to find you. And he said, I didn't know that. And then I meet this gentleman, and a new turn and twist takes place. I go over to interview him, and he says, don't interview me, interview the people that I serve. So I interview them. I start getting connected to this institution, and I start realizing that, wow, all my life I thought that life is about taking. And now, I am seeing people give, and people give without any consideration of getting anything back. And wherever I would go, I would get this feeling. I would observe this. And in that journey, I started realizing that maybe the beauty of life is not about taking. It is about giving. I realized that the love that I always wanted to take, maybe I should think about giving that love, disseminating that love, becoming more compassionate. So Dr. Amjad made me understand the power of compassion. He made me understand the pleasure of giving. He made me understand how, by making other people happy, you can get inherent happiness. In this journey, with this mentor of mine, the whole picture changed. The family that I had dreamt for were not 2 people anymore, but turned out to be thousands. And the greater family is actually millions. The success that I wanted by taking transformed into a success by giving. And the professionalism that I could not have attained in my adolescent years became a professionalism. based upon going to the grassroots and empathizing, understanding, and just doing. Sometimes not even planning, ladies and gentlemen. Not even planning, just doing it because there was this great desire from the very inner to do. So sometimes I think, boys and girls sitting over here, that yes, dream, yes, plan, but many a times what you dream and what you plan does not come true. So I actually would focus on the word of this theme, explore. Explore life. Explore your dreams. Explore your desires. Explore your needs. And that exploration actually does not come from looking outward, but it comes from introspection. It comes from understanding self. It comes from understanding why and what you are doing. Are you doing what you want to do? When we talk about quality of life, why is it that very few of us understand what it is? And yet we are running and running and running and running and running, and that rat race never ends. I sometimes question my students, some of who are sitting here too, that why is it that we don't smile? Why is it that we don't laugh? Why is it that we don't want to be happy and we don't want to see people to be happy? Ladies and gentlemen, life is basically an admixture of all of these things. They happen to everyone. There are undulations, and then there are those confluences which Zamida Sahab very brilliantly talked about, when you don't even know why you're flying. But the most important thing is that in all of these successes and failures, what are you experiencing? And with every failure, how do you rise? And with every success, how are you humbled? That is extremely important. Do not make your life a game of numbers. Do not quantify everything. But enrich your life by experiencing things. Today, what is lost in the years to come would be something that you would gain. You never know. But it is extremely important to move on, to move forward, not to become stagnant. And that is what I learned from all three of my mentors. Maybe I could not materialize my dreams, but my three mentors who taught me that nothing is small. Just do it as the flow comes. Hard work, observation, compassion, service, and the giving of hope. This does not require degrees. This does not require resources. This does not require skill sets. It actually requires a mental attitude, a way of thinking. So maybe more important than all of these other things that we build around ourselves is how and what I think. So these three mentors actually enabled me to overcome the sorrows of those dreams not coming true. And then we started putting it all together, and we developed one vision. One vision. And that one vision is basically to galvanize the spirit of youth towards making a progressive, and morally astute Pakistan. Boys and girls, the destiny of this great nation rests in your hands. Do not think that you cannot do anything. Start doing things, don't think. We talk so much that the talk shock has basically overburdened us, and we are not able to do. So this one vision, which is now called the vision of Akhuwat, has spread to every corner of Pakistan. And it is spreading. I wanted to show some pictures, but does not matter. And it is spreading because of all of you, because of the youth of Pakistan. People like me don't want you to go through the calamities of dreams not coming true. We want you to leapfrog, to move forward, to keep on dreaming, but more so, be alive with what you are doing. This dream is about developing youth, and we are doing that through our Akhuwat Leadership and Youth Fellowship Program. We do many things. I know that many of you are sitting over here. We are trying to move forward. We are trying to engage. But besides that, we are also developing a university. And that university has come into existence. Everyone thought that this dream would not come true because this is the first absolutely free university in Pakistan. Youth of Pakistan. We have established the Akhuwat College, again in context of our vision. And this Akhuwat College again is an absolutely free college for the talented youth of Pakistan. We right now have 40 districts of all the provinces included Gilgit-Baltistan and Fatah of Pakistan. And this is a residential college. So what we're doing is that we are trying to garner all of these resources. And to all of the people from academia sitting over here, this dream is about taaleem and tarbiyat, about education and character development. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not all about education. It's about how you develop. And that is what I learned. That is what I learned from my 3 mentors. And therefore, I believe and I live according to one quotation, and that is, nothing can withstand the powers of a determined and resolute mind. Barriers fall. If everything succumbs, if positively inspired, the very gates of heaven open. So goodness of the Quran, and that is, agar nikloge to, if you venture out. Otherwise you will dream and dream and dream. Thank you so much.